Hi, I'm Pedro Granger. Some of you already know me. If you don't know me, hola. Hola, Victor, ¿qué tal? Welcome back to our press conference room. And it's time for Laura Rizzotto, Latvia!
Ain't it funny, ain't it funny? Oh, it all started as a joke. But now I'm falling, The punchline is getting old. 'Cause I've been keeping to myself for way too long, yeah. Ain't it funny, ain't it funny? I made you laugh every time we spoke. I locked my heart in hesitation, but somehow you cracked the code. I tore down my walls and wrecked the ceiling, ready to bear it all. But you're looking at her, she's looking at you. I'm falling apart. What can I do to make you feel that way about me too? Yeah, yeah. And it's getting hard, I'm not gonna lie. To keep in the dark, all I'm feeling inside when you walk in, smelling like her perfume. What was I thinking? I'm just the funny girl to you. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Like a fire rising in the smoke. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Open up with every note. 'Cause I've been playing to myself for way too long. Oh, I tore down my walls and I wrecked the ceiling, ready to bear it all. What was I thinking? You're looking at her, she's looking at you. I'm falling apart. What can I do to make you feel that way about me too? Yeah, yeah. And it's getting hard, I'm not gonna lie. To keep in the dark, all I'm feeling inside when you walk in, smelling like her perfume. What was I thinking? I'm just the funny girl. So tell me what
How are you? You're gorgeous. Welcome. How are you? You just had your second rehearsal today. Tell us about it. Tell us everything. Oh yeah, let's talk.
Yeah. Well, it was a good time. It's good that we're having time to get used to the arena, and I just feel so spoiled to be able to perform in this amazing stage so many times. It's great.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
You like the stage?
I live for the stage. It's like my home. So.
Yeah, I know. You're nice. I like you.
Thank you.
No, I don't know.
Okay,
This,
approval.
I had this feeling like yesterday with Spain, because in my head it's like Portuguese and kind of English and then kind of Brazilian Portuguese. Because you have Portuguese heritage, you have Portuguese families, and that's so?
Yes, on my mother's side, her grandparents have Portuguese heritage as well. So that's why. So it's quite the mix because I'm Brazilian and I'm representing Latvia and Portugal. And yeah, so I'm really glad to be here. And I'm understanding a lot about Brazilian culture as well for me here in Lisbon, and walking around and seeing the similarities that the city has with Rio de Janeiro. And the Portuguese people are so sweet, so nice.
Oh, thank you very much. We are.
Yeah.
For Portuguese people, come on, please. Thank you very much. Now, is this your first time in Lisbon?
No, it's my second because I was here for the postcards
That
before.
doesn't count. I will
Okay,
say
I feel like
that.
everyone's saying that, right? All the artists have been here before. Yeah. But it was a great time before then. We got to walk around the old Lisbon
Yes.
as well. It was super nice. And I went to Algarve to do stand-up paddling for my postcard. Spoiler
That's
alert.
so cool. That's really
So much
cool.
fun.
I can't stop staring at you.
Okay.
So, no, by the way, besides Eurovision, you're going to give your first concert in Lisbon today, isn't that so?
Yes, I'm performing at Euro Village, guys. Come by at 7 p.m. It's going to be a fun time. I'm going to get everybody to dance with me, which will be fun. Yeah, so I'm excited. We've been performing. I love performing Funny Girl. I'll be performing Funny Girl as well, but it would be nice to do something to get people moving a little too. So yeah.
What will you sing besides Funny Girl, of
Well,
course?
you have to come to see. But I'm singing
Come
a
on,
song in
you,
Portuguese.
a spoiler about your postcard,
Okay,
another
just
little
a-
spoiler about the
But then
concert.
what's the fun if you know exactly what's happening at a concert? But, okay, so little spoiler for you guys that came to the press conference. Besides Funny Girl, I'm singing a song in Portuguese, a Brazilian classic that I think Portugal people will
Brazilian
know.
classic?
Brazilian classic. And a couple of covers. One of them is one that I love to do called Shape of You by Ed Sheeran,
cool.
one of my favorite artists. So if you like the song, I think you'll like the show.
Yeah, but you grew up in one of the most musical countries in the world, Brazil. I love the Brazilian music scene. Who inspired you when you were growing up? Who were the musicians, the singers, the artists that inspired you?
I mean, I'm lucky to come from two countries that are extremely musical. Latvia is also an extremely musical country. There's choir music there that's beautiful, and the music that's created there today as well.
Go away,
Is there a
Fly.
fly? Okay.
Yes, but I won't let her go away.
Okay, be my hero.
And she left.
I'm just gonna stand here.
Like a star,
I'm
like
in
a
heels
hero.
and a skirt. I need to just stand still.
No.
But let me see. Ivete Sangalo, for sure. I loved her. Caetano Veloso, Seu Jorge, Paralamas do Sucesso, a lot of them. But I also grew up listening to a lot of international music, right? That's why I think I kind of started working towards pop music as well. That's international. Like I grew up listening to Elton John and Mariah Carey and the Beatles and all of that mix, and that made me create what I do today.
And Caetano Veloso is going to perform, you know. In the grand final, Caetano Veloso is going to sing.
Yeah, I heard.
It's going to be epic.
I know, I'm so excited. Caetano Veloso is a huge Brazilian artist, guys. For Brazilian music, he is epic. So
It's
we have two
a
Brazilians.
huge
this
world artist. Which is
Yeah.
your favorite song from Caetano Veloso?
Caetano Veloso, gosto muito de você, Leãozinho, caminhando sobre o sol. That's that song called Little Lion, Leãozinho. I love it. We always would listen to it in the car when we were traveling to the beach in Rio. It was nice, yeah.
And about the States. Tell me about the States, because you... All over the States, because it was Boston, it was LA, it was New York. So let's
Yes.
start. Which was the first one?
Well, I mean, first one was when I was 11. I moved to Minnesota when I was 11 for a year.
Yes.
And that's how I learned how to speak English. And then I went back to Brazil, and then I went back to the US when I was 17 by myself to go to college and study music. So the first one was Boston. This is where I went to college for like a year and a half. Then I transferred to Cal Arts in California, finished my BFA there, and stayed in LA for about a year and a half too, and then moved to New York to do a master's degree in music education. And that's where I've been for the past 3 years.
I love New
So-
York.
Yeah, it's
I
amazing.
really love New York.
Yeah, it's a good time.
And actually, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you did a song dedicated about road traffic victims when you were... How did this happen?
Well, my father, who's actually here today, over there,
Hey, welcome.
the tall, handsome man. Yes. Applause for father. He works with road traffic safety, and so I grew up as a kid hearing about the topic so many times and the importance of being safe behind the wheel and being responsible on the road. I actually lecture my friends a lot about these things when they text me, and I don't know the driver. I'm just like, don't text me, don't talk to me now.
Yeah,
Just
yes,
keep, focus on what you're doing. And so that's always been a topic of importance in our family. And I think it's really important for artists to choose causes that are, of relevance and to be able to use their platform in a smart way. And this has been just a natural cause to me to write about. And then I was thinking about it, writing about relationships and all these things. Like, I need to do something different. And I was like, why not do that? Why it would be such an interesting challenge, and it would be a contribution to the cause with my music. So it just came. The name of the song is Miracle, and I actually wrote it in English, and there's a bit of a Portuguese version for it too, so a mix. And yeah,
Sing us a bit of the English version. Do you remember it?
a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see.
If you want, you don't have to.
No, of course. I mean, you guys, I'm a singer. It's what I do. Like, when I get to sing, it's
I'm on
it's
stage.
Fun.
I have a mic.
Yeah,
I
I
wanna
mean,
sing.
singing for me, it feels more natural than talking on a stage. So let me see, Miracle. So I try to defy the long road, sit sad and lose control. Why drive, praying to make your way home, counting on a miracle, a miracle. That's the chorus.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you.
So it's up to you guys to ask questions. Of course you do. Thank you very much.
Hi, Alistair Birch from Europhile. Hello. Can you tell us a little about the work you did with Jennifer Lopez a couple of years back? What's she like as a person? Did you get to sing with her whilst doing the work? And can we maybe hear a little bit of your favorite Portuguese language JLo song?
Okay. Wow. You were here in the last press conference. This guy is good, you guys. He does his homework. It's good. I like you. Working with Jennifer Lopez was amazing. I was a vocal coach for singing in Portuguese for her last year and the year before that too, for a couple of duets she did with Brazilian artists. And it was amazing. I mean, I grew up listening to her music, and I've used her as a reference for many things. So to be able to be in the studio with her and be in a position that, like, I'm going to teach J-Lo something, like, what? But I learned a lot from how she carries herself, very professional, very poised, and I admire her for being able to find a balance of work and her kids and the way she does. It's really, really, really impressive and very cool. I mean, I got to sing a little bit with her in the process that we were, you know, I would be like, this is how it has to sound, and I did a little bit of background vocals for a few things for the second time I worked with her. But the song I recorded with her, the first one was Chegaste, that she did with Roberto Carlos, which is the king in Brazil. He's sold out the arena where we're playing right now in Eurovision. This is how big Roberto Carlos is. So yeah, let me see. Senti na tua boca um te quero. Chegaste, senti na tua boca um te quero. Como doce com caramelo, necessitava amor sincero. Chegaste. And then it goes on. Thank you.
Bem.
Thank you. Testing my memory today. It's been a while. That song's been a while, yeah.
Thank you very much. Yes, here, please.
Hi,
Hello.
Jacob from Forbes.com. I'm very curious to know who is the guy you are defining girl for, and how did you react, or how does the lyrics came up to the song?
I mean, I do write songs usually from personal stories and stuff like that, and usually the muses of the stories don't get to know about it. I like to keep it that way.
Oh,
because,
is that it?
Because I write a song about a person, not for a person. There is a difference. And then when I'm writing a song for a person, it's a gift I'm giving them. And honestly, that's, for me, I think it's the best gift that I can give them. It's my art. It's like, this is for you. So it's very rare that I actually do that. So the person who inspired the situation doesn't know. I like to keep it that way.
And we will respect that.
Thank you very much. And I also I want people to make the story their own. I feel like if they associate it too much with things, like I want people to hear Funny Girl and relate to it because of their own story. Like I wrote the song from a friend zone perspective, right? From a guy that I was pining for, but we just weren't on the same page about things. And some people heard the song and they were like, well, I thought the song was about being cheated on. I was like, what? No. But, you know, if that's what makes it their own, great. So writing it, that song felt very natural. I think I didn't realize the depth of how I felt until I started writing and I started playing the piano. And the song really came to me in 30 minutes. It was a really quick process. And yeah, it felt good to put that out. And I felt like I understood myself better and I had more closure after it as well.
I talked about that with Christabel from Malta. She was here a while ago. And it's that thing, the song is not yours anymore. You sing it for the first time, and we steal it from you.
Exactly,
and
it's
for
the
me,
world.
it's one thing. For him, is another thing. So
That's the whole point, the purpose of being an artist and a songwriter. I tell the story, my story, and I hope that
Yes.
people can relate to it and make it their own. This is not about what happened to me. It's about that feeling, that situation, and in hoping that people who are going through that too, that it can bring them comfort and maybe open up their eyes a little bit to what's happening. So
that's why we call it art.
exactly.
Isn't it?
Artiste.
Next question, please. Yes, in front of you. Thank you very much.
Hello, this is Martijn van der Veen, Eurovision artist, the Netherlands. You recently released an EP called Precious Stones, and I was wondering if we can expect a new album from you.
Yes, well, actually, the Precious Stone is supposed to be the collection of EPs that I'm releasing. The first one is Ruby, which is very red, clearly.
Yes.
And because I write in so many different styles, I didn't want to just pick one, all within the pop genre, but you know, Funny Girl is more soulful than a lot of things that I've released before, and that's actually supposed to be a second chapter. The first chapter is Ruby, very pop-driven, very up-tempo stuff, and it's already out. There's one more song left from Ruby that I'm releasing after Eurovision that I've been just waiting so long. It's driving me crazy. But yeah, there's a new single coming out soon called Bonjour. Okay, spoiler alert. And the second one, the second EP of the series will be Amber, which is actually a Baltic stone. It's a stone from Latvia, and it'll be an homage to my Latvian roots, and we'll definitely have a more soulful side, like Funny Girl. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Thanks.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Hello, Lara.
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you again.
You're studying a master's degree in music education. Are you trying to educate your friends and colleagues in America about the mysteries of the Eurovision Song Contest?
Well, definitely, it's fun to be able to talk about it, and then a lot of people that, like in the industry, people know about the Eurovision Song Contest in the U.S., of course. But I mean, that's not why I got my master's. I hope that people can Google and YouTube things. It's very out there. But getting a master's degree was a very interesting experience, and I've always loved studying music and learning more about it. So when the master's opportunity came up, I was like, and I got a scholarship with Columbia at the time, and I wasn't really, it wasn't in my plans. I was like, well, maybe I'll apply. Let's see what happens. But when you get a scholarship, you can't say no, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I graduated last May. So. Whew.
Done.
Yeah, done. I think I'll stop at masters for now.
No. But about Eurovision, because I think because I did some research, not many, just a little bit. But you saying that your first Eurovision, not memory, the first song that you knew it was from Eurovision was Luina's song "Satellite" from, but that is 2010.
Yeah. Well, I mean. That was 8 years ago for me.
Did you do any research to listen to older songs?
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, there's been so many iconic artists in Eurovision, but I'm 23, so 2010 was 8 years ago for me. That's when I started my career. And, you know, that's when it was like YouTube was still becoming a thing. But I remember seeing Satellite from Lena on the YouTube, and I wasn't quite aware. I was like, that's Eurovision. Oh, that's Eurovision. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that was one of my first memories. But I love also Love Injected from Aminata. That's one of my favorite entries. She's from Latvia as well. And there are many iconic artists that participated. I know.
Mm-hmm. About your song, the story of your song, and because we have to wrap this up. What do you hope the people who are listening to your song will feel? Because it's kind of sensual, but it's, I don't know, the story and the rhythm and then the thing. You did it in the last, oh my God. What do you hope people will feel? How do you think that, oh my, I'm tired. How do you think they will react, they will connect to your song?
Well, I think the Funny Girl song is very introspective. So it's a girl that's telling this story, and she's been keeping the story for herself for too long, right? So now she's about to burst with the story. So I think that it's very reflective. I think I want people to pay attention to the lyrics. I really want the performance in Eurovision to be about the song and the story that's being told in it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm keeping it a little simpler. But I feel like a story that's well told and that's told in a genuine way can connect with people. So I'm going to tell the story the best way I can, thinking about what inspired me to write it, and I can only hope that people will feel that and connect on their side as well.
Thank you very much. Don't forget, you're in the second semifinal, right?
Second semifinal.
May
2.
10, but
yes.
Before May 10, you can go to Euro Village.
Yeah, tonight.
7 p.m. because Laura Rizzotto will be there. Latvia!
Thank you, obrigado.
Thank you, obrigado.